Dave, thank you. Well, we are already seeing some dangerous weather conditions in many states across the country.
Yeah, sure. CBS News weather producer David Parkinson is here tracking the brutal storm. Love it when you come by, David, because you make things that seem very complicated, very simple to understand. So what are going to be sort of the biggest problems when it comes to these two storms?
So if you had asked me what the answer to that question was a couple of hours ago, I would have said it is going to be the coastal flooding and it's going to be the wind. And it is still absolutely that. But now we've got to add in this interesting little nugget of snow. So if you've been going out in the New York metro area, even down into Jersey in the last hour or so, you've been seeing sleet and you've been seeing snow. There's some more cold air that's made its way down, which we weren't quite counting on.
Yeah, because I mean, I checked my phone this morning and it said rain all day long. I was shocked when I looked outside and saw snow coming down, which is not coming down any longer.
Right, yeah, so it's right at the borderline. So what you're looking at right there, that's the future radar for Friday afternoon, and that's really what we were thinking was going to happen, right? So it was going to be into the Hudson Valley, up into upstate New York, into northwest New Jersey. Frankly, I didn't even think that Albany was going to get to 8 inches, and they've gotten there already. So they're going to be seeing some more snow as well, and then this is all going to kind of push out. But it is the next couple of hours where we could even see some snow in New York City. It's going to take a lot, though, for it to overwhelm the warm ground and actually start accumulating.
It's not going to stick.
Yeah, probably a good bet.
Taking a look at that map, though, it seems that one of the areas hardest hit, at least by that coastal flooding and those really high punishing winds, is going to be Boston and New England.
Absolutely. So that is the biggest concern. Has been, will be. We're talking about near record or record coastal flooding levels. So the reason why that is the case is because you have a storm surge, winds coming out of the north. So if you have anything that's got north frontage, you're going to be seeing additional wave heights there. Plus astronomical high tide, full moon, plus the intensity of this storm altogether. It is a complete mess, and that's why you could be seeing a 4-foot storm surge. On top of that, it's the wind, which we're talking about right here, 75-mile-an-hour wind gusts in Boston. Remember, so you got those big waves, and then you got a 75-mile-an-hour wind gust. That helps bring on some more coastal flooding, too, but it also means that good luck getting a flight out of the Northeast today. It means, even Amtrak, the catenary wires, if they go down, that's a problem. It is a real dangerous situation to be going out along the coast. On top of, if you're traveling to interior portions, if you're traveling to New York, upstate, another foot of snow possible in the Catskills along the thruway there as well. So the bottom line is just don't make any plans to travel in the Northeast today. And then, when it comes down to Saturday, things will dry out, they will calm down, and by Sunday we've got a pretty nice day.
I mean, not for nothing, but it could be worse. We could be getting snow with this. I mean, I know there are areas, but if this storm shifted a different direction, we'd be talking about a potential of
there's no question. I mean, like if you remember the bomb cyclone, it's a similar situation, but the bomb cyclone was a really quick hitter. This storm is going to be there for 3 high tide cycles for 36 hours. And so the amount of snow that we could have picked up would have been in the feet, and we're fortunate that none of the major metropolitan areas are going to be seeing that.
So the West Coast is dealing with their own headache. It's snow in the north of California, and it's also rain, and rain comes with the sort of a risk of a domino effect there. Tell us about that.
Right. So it's funny, the snow in Northern California, we tend to look at it by, East Coast storms like 7 feet of snow. That's really bad, but it's actually really good because they're incredibly far behind on their water totals. And the Northern California mountains are where they get all of their moisture for the drinking water in San Francisco, in LA, in the California water projects. So that's good news for them, although it is dangerous to travel up there. So basically don't travel in the Sierra until after Saturday. However, in Southern California, because we had those wildfires, that's the big concern. It doesn't take a whole lot of rain. It only takes a ½ inch or an inch of rain in a short period of time, which there is the chance of here. If you have that, you could see more of those hillsides come down. You could see debris flows, mud flows, and that's why, after Montecito, where things came down so quickly and people were not really adequately prepared, better to be overly cautious in this one. And then we've got a chance for some showers into parts of the weekend, but that doesn't look to be enough to cause any of the flooding.
Well, people are already evacuating, I think, from that area, from the Montecito area. So is March officially coming in like a lion or a lamb? Or is it
no,
too early
it's definitely a lion, for sure. I believe, to quote Homer Simpson, lousy smarch weather. And unfortunately, next week we've got some more weather for the East Coast, it looks like, potentially, and for the West Coast. So we're going to stay busy for the first couple weeks.
Keep an eye on it all. Keep an eye on it all. David Parkinson, thank you so much.